I'm joined now by IDF spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Cornicus to talk more about the situation between Israel and Hamas. Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for joining me. Your Prime Minister Netanyahu doubled down yesterday on his aggressive approach to the war. At what point does Israel begin to scale back its operations in Gaza?
Yeah, I don't know if you can wage a war in any other way than being what you say aggressive. We are defending ourselves against terrorism here. We were attacked on October the 7th, and we intend to make sure that we will never, ever be attacked from Gaza again, and that our civilians can go back to their homes and live safely in their homes. We will do that, and we will end the war very happily once that is achieved. And surely, I don't think that Israel can be expected to go back before that is achieved, before Israeli civilians can go back to their homes, and before we have been able to bring back our hostages, until Hamas is dismantled, until their military capabilities will be taken apart. Then we won't be at leisure or have the ability to go back, because the mission won't be complete. So once we're complete, then believe me, nobody will be happier to go back home than our troops are now in Gaza.
The Prime Minister was heckled during a Knesset session by families of the hostages yesterday, who obviously want to see their loved ones come home as soon as possible. How much pressure is he facing internally to do more to free those hostages, and what steps are being taken to bring them home safely?
Yeah, tremendous steps are being taken. This is a top priority for the entire defense establishment, and I have to tell you that I cannot even imagine what these families are going through. We all in the IDF feel for them, and we are driven in ending their suffering. It's been 82 days that their loved ones have sadly been held in Hamas captivity. We continue to press the enemy. We continue to try to create new intelligence. We continue to create opportunities to extract our hostages alive. We have done several attempts in order to get our people out. None of them so far very successful, but that doesn't weaken our resolve. We will continue until all of our hostages are back home, all of the 129 Israelis that are still in Hamas captivity.
And you mentioned before that your forces will gladly come home once the mission is complete. But at this stage, are you worried about the toll that it is taking on Israeli forces?
Well, unfortunately, there's a heavy toll, and we anticipated this from the beginning. Each family, and I have lost friends, close friends in this war, like so many other Israelis have. Each family that received this very horrible news of their loved one killed or severely wounded is, of course, a shattered family. We all feel that we're one big family in many senses in Israel, and it is a very heavy price. But I can tell you also from personal knowledge that Israeli soldiers are not deterred, and their resolve is not weakened. They continue to fight. They continue to push through the IEDs and the booby traps and the RPG rockets and the anti-tank missiles and everything that the enemy is throwing at them, because they know that if they don't, then Israelis won't be safe in their homes. And that is one situation that we are not going back to. We will bring back security to our civilians, and we will live defended in our homes behind our internationally recognized borders. And if it takes time, we have the perseverance to stick through until it is done. And our troops are strong, equipped, and we have enough support and backing in order to get the job done.
Let's talk about the humanitarian situation inside Gaza right now. And one of your colleagues, an Israeli colonel, told reporters last week that there's no food shortage in Gaza. Is that an accurate statement? Are people in Gaza able to get the food that they need right now?
You know, that's partially accurate. And the missing part of the sentence is that there's a lot of food coming into Gaza. Only what we're seeing is that it's not reaching the people who need it. It's either stuck in UNRWA facilities or it is taken and stolen by Hamas. There's hundreds of trucks that come into Gaza every day with food, water, medical supplies, clothing, and shelter. But what we're seeing is a systemic effort by Hamas to steal these supplies. And there's even accounts of it, brave Palestinians that are trying to take take back from Hamas, things that Hamas are stealing, and even speaking up about it, including voice recordings that we have obtained of Palestinians saying that UNRWA is collaborating with Hamas and that Hamas is stealing the humanitarian supplies. Now, apart from that, of course, there's a difficult situation in Gaza. That is very clear, and people are suffering. We see that. We want to end that as quickly as possible. The horrible humanitarian situation can end very quickly if Hamas gives up their weapons, if their seniors surrender, and if they return our hostages, then I'm sure that we would see a lot of good progress humanitarian speaking.
Let me just clarify there. Are you suggesting that the United Nations aid workers are collaborating with Hamas to prevent food to getting to the people that are in need of it right now?
It's not actually me suggesting it. It's a Palestinian that spoke with an Israeli officer who said so, that he sees UNRWA workers that are controlled by Hamas and that Hamas goes into UNRWA facilities and takes food that is intended, paid for by U.S. taxpayers' dollars, amongst others, intended for humanitarian purposes, for good purposes, that Hamas takes and brings to its fighters underground in the tunnels instead of the civilians who need it. And we have asked UNRWA to respond to this and to understand what is going on. And so far, we have not received a response on what's going on and why Palestinians are claiming this. But I think it's a very severe situation.
Okay, obviously, this situation continues to unfold. Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus, thank you for your time, and we'll be sure to have you back over the course of this situation. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.